Have you dreamed of bigger things for your life? Then you are in the right place. Each week, you will be given tips on how to change your inner dialogue, conquer your goals, and ways to step into a higher version of yourself. I'm your host, Lauren Kubat. I'm a motivational speaker who hosts personal development events. I'm a sought-after fitness instructor, a wife, and a mom of 2 young boys. I'm obsessed with all things personal development, and I believe anyone can achieve the life they want. Let the Become Your Vision podcast be the inspiration you need to step into greater things. Now let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to the show, or welcome to the show. You are going to love this conversation I had with Laurie Dratch today. She is 61 years young, and she is honestly so full of life. She doesn't hold back. She has so much energy and spunk and wisdom, and she is so confident, and I love that about her. She does not care what other people think, and I think that's so admirable, and I know you're going to get so much inspiration from her. We talk about her fitness regimen and what it looks like as a fitness competitor. We also talk about her nutrition. She eats a lot of protein. She probably eats more protein than most people. Now, that for her is her number one. She said everybody needs to be having or eating protein. For me, I work out 6 days a week. I don't really eat a lot of protein. For me, it messes up my stomach. And for you, if you're like wondering if you need to incorporate more protein, I definitely recommend seeing a registered dietitian. I am a group fitness instructor, so I can give tips on things that have worked for me, but I can't give you a meal plan or solid advice that I think would work for you, because I don't know. I don't study your body. I don't know if you have a hormone imbalance or anything like that. So if you're struggling, you're like, I need more structure, I need to change it up, I would definitely Google registered dietitians in your area. There's also a lot of online registered dietitians. Look at the reviews. Schedule a call if you don't hit it off with that person. Schedule a different call with somebody else until you find somebody that you really connect with, because everybody's different. Every body is different. We like different things. So I wanted to point that out. Also, if you love the show, please leave a review. I ain't too proud to beg, but I am begging. No, but seriously, it would mean so much to me. Reviews help me spread the word of this podcast. It helps me rank higher in Apple Podcasts and gets more listeners. And also, it just feels good every time I read a kind review. Also, I want this podcast in all 50 states. So how we do that and how we've gotten to the point where we are now is by all of you sharing, screenshotting the episode, putting it on your social media, sharing the episode with family, friends, anybody that you think is interested. The way you could do that is there are 3 dots to the right of this episode up at the top. Hit that button. You could share it by texting, sending it in Messenger, or emailing it. I hope you enjoy the show. Let me know what you think. Hi guys, welcome back to the show. Okay, I know this is one that you guys have been waiting for because I shared on my Instagram and I had so much feedback and excitement around this next woman. Every time I shared her picture, they're like, what? How is she 61 years old? Yes, she is. Laurie Dratch, I have here, is 61 years young and is a former model turned bodybuilder. Overcoming ageism and the other challenges that face a competitor in a sport designed for much younger folks, Laurie has had to defeat the biggest foe of them all, cancer. So far, she has done just that. Laurie has experienced so much in her life. Post high school, she was a Toshiba girl and modeled for Walkman in Japan. Oh my gosh, I used to have one of those. She also worked with vocal coaches Don Williams, who has worked with Lady Gaga, and Katie Ardresta, who has worked with Cyndi Lauper, Roger Daltrey, and Steven Tyler. She also collaborated with Jeffrey Smith and Peter Lord, who had produced for Paula Abdul. Laurie came close to finding success in the music business, but couldn't catch a break. With her dreams of a career in show business dashed, Laurie fell back on another love, real estate. There, beginning at age 40, she found great success and retired from the field 4 years ago. Throughout all this, especially when she was pursuing her acting singing career, Laurie strove to stay in shape. Then at age 51, she discovered bodybuilding. Shortly after competing, Laurie was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The treatment put Dratch in a downward spiral, and the mental stress was killing her. So she sought a way out. Laurie began to think about getting back into the competitions, might be the inspiration she needed, not only to get over her depression, but also maybe even beat cancer. In 2016, she entered 3 competitions for the Organization of Competitive Bodybuilders. Thankfully, her plan worked and she has stayed in remission. Laurie says that competing forced me to be disciplined and maintain my diet. If it wasn't for the sport, I might have relapsed. I wasn't going to take a chance. You have to eat very clean, no sugar. It kept me healthy. So my oncologist said, keep doing what you're doing. Laurie, welcome back, or welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks for having me, Lauren.
Yes. So, funny thing how social media works, which I think it's awesome. There's this woman, her name is Chalene Johnson. She is like my role model. I love her. She is the creator of Pio and Turbo Jam. She was big in Beachbody. Now she's a digital creator. Love her. But she's been posting pictures on her stories of women who are in their 50s and their 60s, 70s and 80s. And she had a picture of you and another fitness competitor. And I was looking at you guys and I was like, something that I was drawn to you. Do you know of Chalene Johnson, and do you know the story that she posted?
No.
Okay.
No, I never. No, I really don't even know her.
Okay. That is
that so
crazy.
Funny?
Yeah. So I don't know how she found you, so it was you and somebody else and that were competing, and you need to look her up. I love her content. She's amazing. But so that's how I
don't even think I follow her. I don't know if I follow her.
Maybe not.
But when that's so strange.
Yes.
But hey, whatever. I guess she must have been interested.
Yeah. So
I don't know her.
She shares women that are inspiring, and that there is such a thing called ageism, and so many women fear getting older. And I feel like women like you are paving the path, and it's like, that's why I said 61 years young, because it's like you're doing all these things and you're not done yet. You're not just sitting around.
No, I think everybody's society has us like in a rocking chair and done by like you're 40. I remember turning 40 and I was so depressed. They made such a big thing about 40 because then you said, oh my God, in 20 years, I'm going to be 60. That's how you do it,
Yeah.
And you think you're finished because actresses are finished. Modeling, you're finished by 25, usually. I mean, back in my day, it was 25, you were old.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, make a long story short, I lost my train of thought there because of the phone
okay.
ring.
That's okay. About turning a certain age.
Yeah, turning a certain age is tough for us because we have the babies. Everybody's looking good when you're younger, and then you start seeing changes in your body, and then you get nervous. Is my husband going to leave me for a younger woman? And everything is, everything is like so laid out for us as we age, and how we're supposed to, look. We can't wear this because, oh no, young girls wear this. You can't wear that. We're so stigmatized, like in a little bubble. And I think you don't have to worry about it nowadays. You could just do what you want. So how about what people say? So you're too worried about it at 30 and 40. You're really worried about what everybody says. I know you guys are.
Yeah.
And you want this and you want that. I call you all Wanda. I want this, I want this, I want that. I want the Mercedes, I want the big house. I need this, I need that. You know what happens in your late 40s? it's such a relief that you don't want anything. You want your
Mm.
boobs. Okay. You want
Your
your
boobs.
boobs. You want your boobs. You want your health. It all becomes irrelevant. You don't give a shit about anything but your
Yeah.
health. You don't care. You don't
Mm-hmm.
care anymore about all the silly little things that Diana has down the street,
Mm-hmm.
or you just become, it's really nice aging because the only thing I don't like is wrinkles, but now we have Botox. You have impeccable facelifts you can get now. You could get
Mm-hmm.
fillers. I mean, you don't have to look like Phyllis Diller. I don't know if you know who that is because you're young, because when they used to work on you, you used to
No.
look like a monster.
Oh,
But
yeah.
God knows what it's going to be like when you're 60, because you're
Oh, my.
32.
Yeah.
How many things is going to be out there for you to look good? I mean, why?
Yeah.
Why do you have to look bad? Who says you have
Right.
to look old? As
That's
long as
true.
you look decent and you don't look
Mhm.
like some spaceship, like you came off an alien,
Yeah.
why can't you look good? Why can't your body look good? My body is smoking.
Oh,
You
my
know,
gosh. Yes, it
I look
does.
great naked. So, and I look the same as I did when I was your age.
Oh, that's amazing. And you've had
Yeah.
children.
Yes. But the amazing thing is, I can't really help anybody my age as much as I can help you guys.
Mm,
Because if you could follow me now
mm,
and stay
mm-hmm,
in the gym, you'll have no problem. You'll look the
mm-hmm.
same way.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say to a 60-year-old after that never worked out and sat behind a desk, working all these years, can they get in shape? Yeah. There's only so much you can get. If you
Mm,
can stay from a younger age and work the whole way and never stop in the gym, your
mm-hmm,
body will not change.
mm-hmm.
It won't change. My skin changed a little bit, but I'm pretty tight. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I
It's
don't have,
remarkable.
I don't have like wrinkles.
That's
They
amazing. Have
can't
you
see.
stayed out of the sun?
No, no, I'm not a sun goddess. When I was your age, I was more in the sun a lot. But
Yeah.
right now I'm spray tanned.
Yeah.
Like I'm so from the show they spray us.
Yes. I want
But
to talk about, so you're like fresh out of the show. So it was Saturday, right?
yeah, so I'm a little nuts.
Okay. So,
The
and
show
today
makes you nuts.
is Monday. So I want to talk about, okay. So, when did you decide, when did you have your first competition?
I think I was 52.
Okay, 52. So I was thinking
Yeah,
59.
I was gonna be 52. My first competition, yeah, I got hooked on the WBFF. That's a different venue.
Mm,
And I was there in Vegas. I did the World Show. And
mm.
I was 50, I was going to be 52, and that was August. I was 51 going on 52. And I was with 35-year-olds, and I placed top eighth from
Wow.
35. I did really well. It was really fun. I just went for fun. And then I got sick shortly after that.
Mm,
Uh, I'd say real shortly, like maybe a couple months later, I started feeling fatigued, and I went for a mammogram. And guys, you got to go for a mammogram. And they
mm,
spotted the lymphoma in my breast, in my
mm.
breast nodes. So that was a whole trip in itself. And so I lost a year competing there. I still went to the gym every day.
You
And then
did.
yeah, oh yeah, I took radiation treatment and I still went to the gym. I was like,
Mm,
this ain't getting me. I was trying. I mean, if it was going to get me, it was going to get me, but I wasn't going to go down crying, you know?
right. Yeah.
Um, so I went to the gym every day. And then I found a nice coach. And I went and competed in the OCB, which is a natural bodybuilding competition.
Hmm. Are those
And
hard to find?
no, no. And
Okay.
the OCB was Warren, and it was Team Body by Warren, and you can
Mm,
find him online. He was a very good coach. I used him for OCB, and I competed. I started training for that. He took me out of that remission, and the only reason why I kind of left the OCB was there was only 40 at the time, and I was
mm.
like 53. I kept coming in second and third, second and
Wow.
third. And then the NPC organization opened it up and had 45,
Mm,
50. So I was like, okay, I'll have to switch organizations. And then I had to switch coaches. And then I found Guy Del Corso, and he's been my coach with me the past 5-6 years,
Wow.
putting up with me, puts up with me.
So how many competitions have you done?
Total, I think like 13 or 14.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
Or are you
it's
always
my
ready?
lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch. I have to eat clean. I don't eat junk food. I drink red wine occasionally. Like we had a bottle after, the show.
Yeah, of
It was
course.
bad. But I don't drink when I'm competing. Like the next 4 weeks, I eat clean. I have another show coming up. But even after the show, I don't really make once a week. I'll eat something bad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll have a pizza. I'll have something really bad, but I cook every day, and I cook clean and organic.
Do you ever get sick of eating that way?
You know what? I'm so used to it. I don't know any other way. And I want to stay, I want to, be healthy. And I think, if they told me, look, I'm going to do the best I can to feed my body the proper nutrition and do what I can to keep it healthy. If I get a relapse of cancer, I'm not going to feel guilty. Shoot, I should have done this. I should have done that, and cry about it. Hey, God wants me now. He's waiting for me on that dance floor. So I guess I did everything I could, and he's calling my name. So be it. But I would hate to feel that I should have, could have. Right? At least if I do everything right and I get it back, at least I followed the protocol.
Right.
I didn't. I did what I could instead of crying about it.
Do you really have to restrict?
Really.
Do you have to restrict your calories?
Yeah, but not really. You eat a lot because you're eating healthy and clean. I mean, when I get really tight, like down to a show, I go down to 1,200 calories a day.
Okay. That's not terrible.
I don't kind of like monitor. I don't use the macros where I'll take carbs in, carbs out, and the carbs I use are sweet potato and jasmine rice are my go-tos. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't use bread, and I like cream of rice. I don't like oatmeal because oatmeal bloats me. Even gluten-free bloats me. If I eat oatmeal in the morning, by 11 o'clock in the morning, I look at the gym and I'm like, what? Am I pregnant again? It just will gas me up. Sometimes broccoli does that. I do have broccoli every day, but when I get close to a show, the last week I don't use the broccoli because it's a little gassy, with your stomach too.
Right.
But clean vegetables, fish, a lot of fish, and a lot of turkey. I like turkey more than I like chicken. I find that chicken has more viruses than the turkey, so I tend to go more towards the turkey. And I eat more fish than anything.
Do you keep track of, you said you don't really keep like your macros, carbs in and things like that. Do you keep track of your protein, or is something that's kind of like ingrained in you, how much you should have?
Yeah, no, every meal, protein. Never no protein. Always protein. You need the protein for the muscle. You need it. That's the more important than anything. So it's like at least 3 meals a day, I would say to someone else. I mean, I have 4 with protein, hands down, and then a shake. That's 5. Yeah. So I would suggest, like someone like you with children and everything, at least make sure breakfast, lunch, dinner, you have protein. I don't care if you have 2 big pieces of chicken, and have as many vegetables as you want. Lay off, I'd say, after 3 in the afternoon. Say bye-bye carbs.
Okay.
And if you don't go to the gym, maybe don't have so many carbs that day because you didn't go to the gym. You don't need them.
Right. Or protein, right? Because doesn't that turn into fat?
You always need the protein. Always the protein. The protein rules. The protein rules. In our game, the protein rules because it feeds the muscle.
Yeah. And you're
the carb helps, but
yeah, I feel like, so I'm not one that watches my protein, and I don't really
okay, you can have tofu. You could be a vegan and still eat the right protein.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I do vegan protein a lot. I do tofu. I changed it, but I always have. I love the tofu curry.
Ooh, I have to try that. Have you always eaten healthy, and have you always worked out, or?
I've always worked out.
Okay.
I never ate healthy. That's why
Oh,
I'm a big health advocate like that. Yeah, I was a sugar whore. I
yeah.
loved my sugar. I mean, I
Yes.
remember walking around in Manhattan and saying, "Oh, it's lunchtime. Oh, I have no time. Let me buy a big bag of M&Ms."
Oh
And I
my
would eat those
gosh.
peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was eating sugar all the time, a lot of
Hmm.
sugar. And what about those cupcakes? I see like the Hostess cupcakes and Twinkies. I was a lot of sugar. When I think about it, I would make those Pillsbury Doughboy cookies,
Hmm.
oh,
Yep.
and watch TV and suck down like 7 of those with a glass of milk, Dump. There wasn't chicken on my recipe, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I eat food? Yes, but it wasn't, we didn't really have the internet back then. We didn't really have to
Hmm.
learn from anything about
Hmm.
health food, about eating properly. We didn't
Hmm.
really, we weren't there in the 80s with about
Yeah.
it. I mean, we had Jane Fonda jumping around in silly outfit, and but we didn't really like, nutrition wasn't like a big thing like it is today. And you guys really have like an up on that.
Hmm. So when did you discover how to eat properly?
Well, in my 40s when I turned,
Okay.
I'd say around 40, because that's when when everybody's metabolism slows down a little bit. Because
Hmm.
what you were able to eat, I mean, I used to come home and have, I used to love any kind of cereal at night, 10 o'clock at night, I may have a bowl of cereal. Oh, that's the
Right.
best, watching TV and having a bowl of
Oh
cereal,
yeah.
honey nut Cheerios. Oh, forget about that after 40. That doesn't happen. Doesn't exist.
Or you can, but you might not have the body like you have.
No, and I'm so vain, and I'll admit it. Am I vain?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like looking at myself. I want to look good. I don't do it for guys or anybody else. I do it for me. Because I'm like, okay, oh my God, what's that stomach? Coming out of the shower, I don't want to see something nasty. So, um, I started to see that I was, gaining weight,
Hmm.
and I had to change the way I ate. And then I started doing research. But then again, remember, about 1990s, the computer started really getting going then.
Hmm.
So there was a lot of information that you can find,
Right.
after 1985, really,
Yeah. So
you
you were
know.
started doing your research.
Yeah, yeah, and then I started playing around with carbs and all kinds of things. And I remember the Scarsdale diet. I don't know if you remember that. Your mom would know it.
What
It
was
was a
that?
big fad, the Scarsdale diet.
No, I don't.
Yeah, and then there was the Atkins diet, and he died.
Oh,
I had
yeah,
a hard
Atkins. Yes, I know
time.
that. Yep. That was a big
Right.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, Scarsdale was before him. And he was
Mm.
big. And if you went on that for a week, you lost like 7 pounds. Now
Oh
watch,
my,
everybody's gonna look that up. Yeah, but it
right.
was a good diet. I don't know what it was. If you follow that silly diet, it just released a lot of water,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then they became that vegetable diet with the cabbage diet. Remember that
Hmm.
one came
Yep.
out, you
Yep.
know. So, a lot of things.
Like it's kind of
And
like the
then
keto is big now, and
oh,
then,
yeah, the keto. Well, I don't think keto. I think I'll tell you the
it's
truth.
phasing
And I'm
out.
glad you mentioned keto,
Yeah,
because keto helps a lot of people. And then sometimes it doesn't work on certain women.
totally.
And I find from experience and watching and talking to everybody that a lot of the men do well on keto.
Yep.
Women don't do well on keto. I don't know
Right.
what it is, why the men do better on keto. And also, you can't eat all that bad fats either, you
Hmm.
know? But
Bacon
I,
and
I noticed the guys really do well on
processed.
keto, and maybe because I don't know, they're just wired differently,
They're more
hormonal.
muscles. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hormones.
Keto doesn't work for me. I tried it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me. I
Right.
like it because I love avocado,
Yeah.
and I love that bacon. Well, I won't eat pig anymore, but I'll have turkey bacon.
Yeah.
And but no, I wouldn't recommend keto. I would
Right.
just recommend like carbs and great vegetables and protein, and good protein, and no fried. Bake your
Hmm.
food, or barbecue it, and don't sizzle the hell out of it, because then that burns it, and that's not good either.
It takes the nutrition out
So
of it. Yeah.
yeah,
There's
and
a,
I think chicken and fish and your basics, and have your salad. I mean, I don't eat salad all the time. People say, "Oh, you must live on salad." Not really. We don't.
mm,
I have veggies, more vegetables,
Yeah.
steamed
Steamed
vegetables.
vegetables. Yeah. Now,
Steamed
how do you
broccoli,
season
steamed
them?
spinach. I use the Mrs. Dash. You
Okay.
can use all the Mrs. Dash that doesn't have any sodium, and that organic one is really good too. Organic, I forget the name of it, but basically anything, and you could find in Publix or Stop and Shop wherever you live,
Hmm.
will have Mrs. Dash. You can find all that seasoning.
Do you use
Southwestern,
oil or anything or
yes,
any?
olive oil if I have to, but I
Okay.
buy coconut oil and spray my pan. If I make
Okay.
eggs, egg
Right.
whites or whatever,
Yeah.
and I do that. But
Mm.
I'm really, I don't have anything fried. I do sweet potato fries, but I'll make them, or I'll buy
Mm.
the Alexa ones. I think you may see
Yes,
them
those are
frozen.
so
Those are good.
good.
Aren't they good? I
They're
eat those
so
when I'm,
good.
yeah, I eat those like once a week, but you're better off with a baked potato. But I have to have something bad, you know?
Something. And
Yeah,
it's a treat. It's not,
yeah. And it's
yeah.
so good. And it's so
Hmm.
good.
And it's
But
not
other than that,
terrible.
no, I have a boring, do I eat? I don't eat that much fruit. My fruit is really blueberries, raspberries, banana. I love bananas.
Mm,
I don't eat pineapple. I
yeah.
love mango. Once in a while, I'll pull a mango because I live in Florida and there's mangoes all over the place. I love free
Mm.
food. It's
Oh.
like a primitive thing. I see free food. Ooh, free food. Let me eat it,
Yeah.
I have banana trees here. It's really bad. And they're always ripe when I'm like ready to do a show and I get so mad. I
Yeah.
can't
You're
pull
like,
them off the tree and eat them,
darn it.
but
Yeah.
I find apples have more arsenic in it. So I
Mm,
stay away from the even organics. I don't trust it. The
have a
arsenic to spray those trees.
apple a
Mhm.
day. I need to research that because I love my apples.
Well, they say green ones are the better ones for you.
Right. Lower sugar, like the Granny
Hmm.
Smith.
Yeah, apples are good, but
Yeah.
you've got other prices to pay with the apple.
Right. It's like all these
And
things that come
blueberries are
out.
better though. Blueberries are better for you. And
Blueberries, blackberries.
raspberries, blackberries.
Mm,
Especially if you have bushes. I don't know if you're in New York or where you live. That at
mm,
certain times of the year in New York, you'd have wild raspberries all over. Oh, those are the
mm.
best.
No, we're
You
in
know.
Charleston now, originally from Chicago, but um,
Mm,
yeah,
Charleston's nice. That's a nice
it's
town.
it is. It's gorgeous here. So when it comes to like holidays and things like that, are you ever tempted? Like, oh,
Yeah,
everybody's
I
having
pig out.
you
I
do?
eat like a pig. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you allow
Yeah.
yourself.
Everything.
Okay,
Yes, I
good.
do. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you have to. I do that. Oh yeah. If there's Thanksgiving, I'm eating. There's
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, I'm eating, and Christmas Day, I'm eating, and then I
Yeah.
deal with it after the holiday.
Yeah.
I shut down.
Mm.
I turn it on, and let me tell you, I like my brie. I like lots of all my, of course, my goodies. The Christmas
Oh
cookies and all.
yeah.
I do it, and but then I, you know, stop, and then I eat clean again.
Mm.
2 days is not going to hurt you eating what you want.
Right. Right. It's
And then
yeah.
actually good for you because it messes up the whole metabolism. It kind of shocks the body. Oh my God, she's eating. you know, oh,
Right.
she's freaking me out.
What do I do? Yes,
What
I'm
do
gonna
I
burn
do? So,
everything.
right. So,
Yeah.
in a way, you have to live. You have
Yeah.
to have, you have to live. And usually once a week, I'll have a cheat meal. On a Saturday night, I'll go out with the girls or with my husband, and I'll have something disgusting. I will not go to a 5-star restaurant because I want slop. Like,
Okay.
I really want like macaroni and cheese. I want
Okay.
fried chicken sandwich. I want something like that really is like bad.
So good. So you do that once a
Yeah.
week?
Off season, yeah, once a week. Yep.
Okay.
Saturday night, I go out, I have my glass of wine, and I eat whatever I
Yeah.
want, a pizza or cheeseburger or
Ice
I don't
cream?
know,
Are you an
ice
ice cream
cream. Oh yeah,
person?
no, I have dessert too after. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
how many competitions? You said you have done 13. So how many competitions do you average
Do
a
a year
year? Yeah,
or two.
two. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably
Two.
manageable for you.
Well, this year it's going to be three.
Mm. Because
No.
of last year?
Last year, last year I only did the one. I did two last year. I did Charleston. That's where I
Oh,
got Charleston. I was in Charleston for Universe. And I was in Orlando for North Americans, or was
okay.
it Masters? I think Masters. So I did two last year. I'm doing three this year, and two the year before. And then I think one the year before because I moved. but usually I'm 2 to 3,
2 to 3.
definitely
Okay.
2. If you're going to train, right, it's kind of stupid to just train for one show.
Mm.
Try to line it up. Anybody that wants to get into it, if there's a show in March and you want to do it, okay, pick another show in April too.
Oh.
Because if you're going to work so hard, okay, and get down to be so lean, you might as well do 2 shows.
Right.
Because it takes too long to get to that point, and it's easy to keep it for a couple more years. Like right now, I'll have to work hard, but not as hard. I have 4 weeks to go to this other show, but I'm already lean. So, but I can't eat pancakes again like I did yesterday. I had pancakes, I had pizza, I had ice cream, chocolate chip mint.
Yeah.
I ate everything that I could possibly stick in my mouth that didn't move in the house. Peanut butter. I couldn't go fast enough. I was like a crazy lady. I was so full. I was so sick, and I was still hungry.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shut up. I woke her up down there. I just woke up that person that lives in my stomach,
Yeah. Oh my God. The fun one that comes out every now and again.
Yeah, she came out, man. She didn't want to go back in. She said, nah, I don't like this egg. These freaking eggs. You can feed me this egg white shit. Get that pancake.
Right. I'll see you again in 4 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I wanted to take a little break from this amazing interview, our conversation, and let you know that there are only a few spots left for my November one-on-one coaching. If there is a goal that you have in your life and you just feel stuck, you don't know how to get to that goal, maybe you're stuck in fear, maybe you have a long history of poor self-esteem, I want to help you and work with you one-on-one. Sessions are $50. How it works is I have you fill out a questionnaire and then I come up with a plan for you. We meet on Zoom, we talk, I assess your confidence level, and then I provide a workshop for you to work through so you can knock down those barriers that are holding you back from reaching your highest potential. If you're interested, I would like you to jump on this right now before somebody grabs your spot. October booked fast. November is going. So all you have to do is reach out to me on my email. The information is in the show notes, or send me a direct message on Instagram. I want to be that friend, but also that coach that you need to guide you to become your vision. Okay, back to the show. Now, have you experienced any body dysmorphia coming off of stage and then looking at photos of yourself when you were stage ready? No.
Yeah. Because you know why? I don't like it. I like myself sexier, fuller. My stage weight is usually 124, but my weight that I like is 135.
Really?
Yeah, because you got boobies, you got a little bit more to you. That's just, see, Instagram hurts a lot of these young women. That's just for that day.
Right.
It's a sport. It's that way. You don't stay under a 20% body fat. You can stay at around 18 if you want. I like to stay at 20, 21. It's healthy.
Right.
Because why would you want to be that lean? It's not attractive to see a 6-pack on a woman. It's just not. Why can't you just see a sexy flat stomach? Why does it have to, you don't need to be, you don't need to look like that unless you're going to compete. And these girls, they try to maintain that. And it's just not manageable. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
And it's fun when you do that,
Right. I think what you're saying too kind of circles back to what you said in the beginning. It's like when you reach a certain age, you come into your own, because I've talked to 2 other women who have, maybe 2 or 3 other people who have competed. And that's why, I won't consider, I've considered it, but then I'm like, I can't do it because I know me. But the whole body dysmorphia coming after stage and being like, oh, well, you're a little bit heavier than you were. But I think that is, an advantage you have, because you're like, I don't care, and I prefer to be a little bit thicker. And There's so many people that
Thicker is
it's
better.
the opposite. Yeah. Okay. So you just view it solely as a sport. You're competing. You have to be disciplined, but you much prefer in your everyday life to be a little bit thicker.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's more manageable. God forbid you get sick.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, I don't want to be 124 pounds and I get hit with chemo. Just
Right.
say, or say something happens and you get sick and you wind up in the hospital. Just, it doesn't matter what age you are. What the hell? Now you're down to 100 pounds. You got, and it's safe to stay at 20. 20 is a good number. You're not fat. You're not skinny.
20% body fat.
Yeah. 20,
Okay.
21, you should stay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, anything like, I don't let myself, I put the brakes on when I go to 135 and I see that number 135, 136, I go, I better clean up a little bit more. I better, cut back a little bit more on those Quest bars or, my little cheats that I stick in my mouth and make believe I don't cheat, I didn't eat that piece of cheese now.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That
didn't
don't
eat
count. Those cheeses start to count. So when I see myself go up a little bit, give yourself a certain weight, and then you got to shut it down. And then you got to start eating a little, clean up the diet a little better. You don't have as much fruit and don't put, whipped cream on it.
Yeah.
Even though it's fat free, maybe don't have as much as you would like of that baked potato. Cut the carb down. I'll take the carb out. If I like to stay. If you stay within a 5-pound range, it's manageable. It's harder to lose 10.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then because it's psychologically, you get depressed. These young girls get depressed. Oh my God, I can't lose any weight. But well, you're trying. Stop looking at it as a trying,
Yeah. Put too much pressure on the stress and the cortisol's up. And then,
Yeah.
So do you weigh yourself every day?
Yeah.
You do.
I didn't this show. I don't know what I weighed because I was getting so upset because I couldn't bring it down to where I got it down to I think 127 and I'm usually 124. And it was actually kind of going wrong way. It was really funny. It was somebody at one point I picked up the scale and said, somebody fucking with this. And I kept calling on my friends. Oh my God, I'm gaining weight. This is insane. I'm doing 2 cardio sessions a day. And,
oh my gosh.
So
you're
I think I needed I couldn't really, I have a hip problem and I'm going to have it replaced. So I had to take, my whole workout had to change. So I'm not used to being hurt training. So that, that kind of put a damper on things. And I think I needed to loosen up the diet, but I didn't have time to. I was on fish too long. I needed maybe to change it to start that metabolism rolling again, but I didn't have time.
Okay.
So I decided not to go on the scale, just go to the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was.
Did you feel better about it? Did you were you more?
I knew I was heavier, but I figured I'll be sexy for them. So, I wasn't going to win because I know what I need to win.
Yeah.
And I knew going, I wasn't going to win because I didn't have what I needed to win. But I wasn't going to be disqualified because I didn't look good. I looked good. I just didn't look what I should have.
Okay. And you placed third.
Yeah, but there was only 4 of us, so that's not really that great.
Okay. But I mean, so going into it, you're I know I'm not going to win this one. Did that mess with you mentally, or you just kind of looked at it as fun?
Yeah, no, fun. The girls. And we had to keep the class going because if I didn't show up and someone else didn't show up and there was only 2, they wouldn't have the class next time.
Okay.
See, because they were experimenting with us.
With 60.
And they said, well, right. Because they never had it before. So we were the first 60-year-olds in the book.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So if no one shows up and supports that, the show people, they'll take it, the NPC and IFBB, they'll take it out. They'll take it out of the venue. So you want to keep it for other people. There's other girls that are in their 50s and they're going to be 60 and they want to compete. So I went as a team player for the people.
How are you?
What am I getting? A trophy anyway?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah. For this next time around, are there going to be more women? Do you know how many people are going to be in your class? Or
I think probably the same 4 or 5.
Okay.
4 at most, and I'll show up again. And I think a good friend of mine will win it, I hope. And I
Really?
never got to, yeah, I never got to go on stage with her. And it would be great to have pictures with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And
you want her to win.
yeah,
Why
yeah.
why is that?
Because I think because I met her when I was still like, I saw her before I got sick. I saw her on the internet, and I fell in love with this woman because she had such drive at 50. And, and back then there weren't that many women out there on Instagram or on Facebook.
Right.
And she won so many shows, and she was a hard worker, and she was into looking good in her. And she's got an incredible body. So she inspired me, kept me going.
Right.
Okay. So she helped me get to where I am mentally.
Okay.
And she says I helped her, but she helped me, because if I didn't see Janet, I don't know if I would have continued in the sport at that time.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
so
does
of
make
course
sense.
I would love for her to win. She's the queen, like for me.
Yeah.
I'm not losing if she
Yeah.
doesn't win, she's in trouble with me.
You're holding her accountable.
Yeah, I'm holding her accountable.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
No, but that's why. Yeah. And will I win? Yeah, I'm sure eventually I will, but not with my hip problem. I have to train totally differently. I can't do lunges. I can't do squats.
Wow.
I can't do my sumos. Just like half the things for my legs I can't do. I can't do leg extensions. I could do hammers. I could do hip thrusts. There's like 6 exercises or 5 exercises I can do that don't hurt me. And I mean hurt me, because I got cortisone shot already, and I can't take another one. So that's all right. I'll have my time as long as we keep the 60 class.
Yeah.
And I make it to World Masters next year, I think in July. Hopefully I'll be ready. I'll be a different body by then.
Are you trying to get a hip replacement?
Oh, I will. Yeah,
you will.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's like a 6-month recovery?
No. I
okay.
had the dogs. I have 4.
Okay.
So I will have it. It's called an anterior, and they come through the front, and they go in between the muscle. So no, I'm 6 weeks down. That's it. Not even. I'm walking that next day. Yeah, I can't lift heavy for like 2 months.
Okay.
2 to 3 months, but I can start working out after 3 weeks.
That's awesome. You could do upper body.
So imagine too. I get 3 weeks off. Yeah. Upper body, I could start in 3 weeks. And then I think lower body, 6 to 7 weeks. And then the way I train, probably another month, but I could, no, I'm not going to lose anything.
Yeah.
It's actually good. I'll be deconditioned a little bit, and I'll come back even better.
Right. So do you have like an ultimate goal? Do you know how many more competitions you want to do?
Nah, I just go with the flow.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. Just like a free spirit.
I can't say. Yeah, I can't say what I'm going to do. I could maybe stop after this one. Who knows? But I enjoy the girls and all the fun that we have when we go to the show. And, I'm around like-minded people that eat the same way and train the same way as me. And nobody's jealous of you, because everybody looks hot.
Right. Yeah.
No, nobody's jealous of anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe the one that wins all the time. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to win all the time, because nobody talks to the winners.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Remember that song, "One is the Lonely Number"?
Yes. Yeah.
I said to myself, I always wanted to be a winner, but I don't think I want one. I don't want to be one now. I like having friends.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So what does your workout routine look like when especially when is it different than when it's off season?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now, go through like Monday through Sunday, your workout regimen.
Okay. Sunday, I usually take off, but it depends on how close I am to a show.
Okay.
If I'm 4 weeks out from a show, I start with the fasted cardio. I get up in the morning, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I'm at like 45 minutes fasted cardio. I only have black coffee, and I just jump on that bike because I can't walk far because of the hip. So that's another issue. I only have one option.
Okay.
Before I used to run the beach and do other things, now I could just get on the stupid bike and I watch the news, and then I eat a meal, and then I wait 3 more hours. I do work around the house. I do, my calls and stuff like that. And then I eat my second meal, and then I go to the gym. And my gym time there is another hour, say 45 minutes to an hour lifting weights. Okay. Then I do 30 minutes post cardio. And that's after my weights. So I'm there, say 2 hours.
Okay.
So it's 3 hours.
Oh
3 hours
gosh.
easy. Yeah.
Every day.
Sometimes I'll do an hour and then an hour at the gym, and then I'll ride the bike again at home at 5. Like I'll do, give myself a couple more hours so I don't break down and get fatigued.
Okay.
Because sometimes if you compact it, I like to break it up because it's too much stress on your immune system. And it's actually better to build up your metabolism. It kicks in again.
Okay.
So post cardio is good at the gym, really, but I prefer to do it like at 5, like go to the gym at 12 and hit 5, for cardio again. So then it's a lot.
That is a lot. So like Monday, are you like doing upper body? Tuesday, lower body?
No, today I did legs.
Okay. So you did
and I
legs.
didn't do cardio at all today.
Oh, why is that? Oh, because you just competed.
Yeah. So I was a little fatigued, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself another day, Tuesday, because usually after a show, I take a week off.
Okay. But because your show is next month,
because it hits you, it's a lot on your body, right? So I can't take the week off. So I'll do upper body tomorrow. Did legs today, upper body tomorrow. And if I feel better, I'll do post cardio tomorrow.
Okay. Do you ever get tired?
No, I'm pretty good with all my supplements. Well, I'm tired today. That's why, when I don't feel, if I'm not a little like iffy, I don't do it.
You don't push it.
You got to listen to your body. You don't want to push it, because then you'll be in trouble for weeks at a time.
What kind of supplements do you take?
Oh, green. Oh God. Okay. Glutamine. My BCAAs in the morning. Well, I make in the morning, I take the green Vibrance.
Okay.
I keep it in the fridge. I scoop of green with, I take apple cider and lemon and that green, and I mix it and chuck that down. And that's the first thing that I take, because that's what you want in you.
Fibrance, you said?
Green Vibrance.
Vibrance. Okay. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's greens. It's all organic and everything. And it's just a green, and you got to keep it in the fridge because it stays, fresh that way. Freezer or the thing. And then scoop of that in 6 ounces of water with a tablespoon of, I used to just fill the cap up of the apple cider vinegar and just throw it in there. Just fill the cap and squeeze that lemon in there.
Okay.
And that's it. And then that's really what I start my day off with. And the supplements, I have C's, B's. Well, wait, hold on. Let's not go there yet. Let's go pre-workout.
Okay.
When I go to the gym, I make BCAAs, organic BCAAs. I don't care what brand you buy. I don't use any crap stuff. It's just organic one.
What do the BCAAs do?
It helps the muscle recovery.
Okay.
And helps the muscles. Basically, I'm not too good with that. Like, I don't know why. I know I have to.
I've heard of BCAAs, and I should know. I mean, I'm a fitness instructor, but I'm not caught up in all of that. I hear a lot.
Yeah, well, you're like me. It's good, and you just take it.
Right, exactly. But I don't. Take that one.
But you know what you should put in a half a teaspoon of glucosamine.
Okay,
and that's also, that's also good.
Okay, so that's before the gym.
I take that in the water.
Okay.
And mix it up, and I drink that through my workout. You could do it before you go to the gym, but I like drinking it while I work out.
Okay.
And I don't use any of that pre-workout. I don't use fat burners. I'm all natural. I don't like any jittery stuff with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when you take that, what happens when you get off that, if you think about it?
Right. Yeah.
You gain weight.
Right. Yeah. No. Somebody asked me about fat burners today. Like, what I recommend. I'm like, no. I don't. I don't.
Then you can't sleep at night. And then when you get off that, your metabolism's all messed up. So why be bothered with it? It's a shortcut to nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, sure. Would it help? Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do I use? I do definitely C's, 1,000 a day. The B's, the zinc. The NAC, I use NAC. That's for NAC, NAC. I use Tyson. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I just, hold on. I'll tell you what it is. Hold on. Oh, okay. I got the fish oil.
Okay.
I take so much. That's why I have to look.
Yeah.
And the lysine. I take 1,000 lysine, L-lysine. And I take the zinc. I said that to you, right?
Yeah.
And the Tyron, it starts with a T, but you don't really need that.
Okay.
As long as you take those B's, those C's, the fish oil, or a must, and that NAC. I love the NAC.
NAC. I haven't heard of that one either.
It's good for the immune system.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah.
And so is the lysine. It's
lysine.
Strong for,
Okay.
1,000.
Okay. I want to tell people too, there's this website called LabDoor. Not all supplements are created equal. A lot of marketers can get away from, they put something on their label, but it's not 100% of what you're getting. So if you go to LabDoor, I'm not affiliated or anything. It's just something I learned actually from Chalene Johnson, but LabDoor, LAB door, and it will rate your supplements. So like the over-counter stuff at Walmart or whatever may not be your best option. You might not be getting 100% of what they put on the label. So if you are listening,
well,
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like the Now brand.
Okay. You do that.
Okay. They don't have nothing to do with me because nobody tells me,
right.
You know,
yeah.
I'm not getting paid by them. And the Country Life is good. The Country Life.
The Country
And
Life.
also I take the calcium, magnesium, potassium.
Okay. Yeah. So you take a lot. And these things are, I mean, they add up. My husband and I were talking about that. Yeah. Like they're, you know.
Oh, I'm expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. It adds up. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to invest in that because it's so much money, but in the long run, it's your health and it's cheaper than a hospital bill, you know? So.
Well, you know what else is good too? That Calm. You ever get Calm?
Yes. It's that's magnesium.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah. That's good in the morning. Actually, they say to take it at night, but I take it in the morning because that will help you if you a little constipated.
Yes. Yes, it actually had that.
And I heat up the water and I put a tablespoon in and it just fizzes up like a science project, you know?
Yes, that's a good one. And actually a lot of like Costco has it in bulk. We have a BJ's here that they have it in bulk. So if you're, but it's magnesium. So that would be a good way. Just start introducing, if you're like, oh, that's so expensive, start introducing one at a time, then slowly incorporate where you're like, me, where you have a whole like vitamin tray or whatever with all your supplements. But
I just use the same ones all the time, like what I just was telling you. I don't incorporate any other. I do take D3, the D's,
right?
Yeah, because I'm older, but you guys don't really need it.
Yeah, I do take a D3 as well, just to help with your immune system. But okay. Do you feel like, I want to get into your days of modeling. What was it like to model in Japan and how did that happen?
Oh God, you think I can remember that?
Yes.
Oh, that happened with Ole Cassini spotting me when I was, I think, 16, 15. I stopped at his house with a friend's uncle who knew him well. And he said, oh, I want to use you in my showroom. You look like my ex-wife. I was like, great.
And you're 16?
I was like 15.
But
I was such a I didn't know who he was.
What's his name?
Ole Cassini.
Ole Cassini. I'm going to have to look him up. Okay.
Yeah, he was big. He was very big. He was like Calvin Klein back then.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't know who he was when I went home. I said, hey, Mom, this guy wants me to work for him. And she said, who? I said, Ole Cassini. She goes, oh, my God, he does the Kennedys.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't really go to college. I just went right. I got out of school early. I was 16 when I graduated. And I went right to work for him. And then I went, I had other agencies that took me. And I basically didn't work well in New York because I'm only 5'7" at the time. Oh, now
Yeah.
I'm shrunk, so I'm like 5'6".
Mm.
But I'd say you have to be 5'9" to really work in New York. And because of him, that opened a lot of doors. And I was very photogenic, and I was good on TV more than I was print. So
Okay.
they sold me. They shipped me to Japan, and Stick International, the big agency out there, took me. Um, and I did very, very, very well in Japan. Ray-Ban sunglasses. I did Seiko watches. But my big thing was Toshiba Walkman.
That is so
That was like
cool.
the killer. So I lived there for like 2 months, and then from there I went to Spain,
Mm.
and I worked in for El Corte Inglés,
Mm.
which is a very big department store. I did all their billboards,
Mm.
and I did a lot of good jobs. I had a lot. I was in a supermodel. I was a working model. I
Mm.
worked, you
Yeah.
know.
You weren't just like,
So
oh, well, I have to get
no,
my
I
nails
didn't.
done.
I didn't work that well. We just worked. I just made a living. I made a good, good living.
Yeah.
I had good, and I just kept going back and forth to New York, to Italy or Spain, whoever wanted me. I
Yeah.
worked. I hate traveling. Hate
Was
it. I hate
was
it.
it intimidating being with other models?
No,
No.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. It wasn't anything like anyone ever thought. Really, everybody was like kind of like in jeans and t-shirts all the time. We hated to get dressed.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to put on makeup. Nobody wanted to get dressed. It reminded us of work. Oh, gotta put on makeup. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like work. Like somebody told me, don't you want to do shoots on the beach? And I'm like, oh my God, it reminds me of work. No, I don't want to take photo shoots. No, it's what I did for a living for 15 years,
Wow. Yeah.
No,
And then
you don't want to do that.
it's yeah, like it's a whole
Some of my
process.
friends had a longer career than mine, and I met a lot of fun friends, and I have a lot of interesting people that I know. And a lot of my friends married celebrities, and a lot of my friends still work in the business, and they're bigger now than they ever were.
Wow.
And yeah, so I didn't go to college, but traveled around Europe working,
Hmm.
and I don't go really back there,
No. Was
Yeah.
it cool there?
What? Where?
Japan?
Japan. I love the
Congested?
States. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm an American. And when
Hmm.
that plane landed, I always clapped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
different.
I'm an American. Yeah, was it fun? Yeah, Japan was fun. I learned how to eat sushi. We
Hmm.
didn't have sushi back then.
Really?
No,
Okay.
that didn't exist. Maybe in New York City, there would be
Okay.
one sushi place, but I didn't know it because I lived up
Okay.
in Westchester.
Okay.
So,
So you're from New
you know,
York?
hmm
Yeah.
hmm
Okay.
yeah, Yonkers, New York. I was born and raised there, and then Upper Westchester.
That's awesome. Now, do you
Yeah.
feel like your modeling days kind of have helped you prepare for your competing days in any way?
Nah. Oh,
No,
yeah. I'd say because I'm not nervous on stage, really.
you don't get nervous. So there's not like an
No, not
adrenaline
really.
rush.
Unless the lights are too bright, then I get nervous that I'm going to get a little dizzy from the lights. But other than that, no. I could look at all of the judges and still do my thing.
That's
Because
incredible.
I used to walk the runway,
Right.
and you had to walk out there, you know. I used
Hmm.
to do swimwear. I did maiden form. So if you can walk in bra and a bikini, I think I could just deal with the swimsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, I
No,
bet.
I worked for maiden form, so they would book me. And
Mm.
I always did maiden form and Vassarette and their runways because they paid a lot of money.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah, it was like
fun.
500 an hour. Back then, that was a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. I think that's still a lot of money.
No,
500
no,
for
it's not now. I think they
not
pay a
for
lot more now.
modeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back in
Um,
77, 78, that was a
yeah.
lot of money.
You're like, I'm
Yeah, it kind of
rich.
spoiled me. It spoiled me.
Right. Because you're like, what? I have to.
Modeling totally ruins my life. Yeah, in that way, because I was like, oh no, I can make that. And yeah,
Yeah. Oh my
it's
gosh.
tough to have a regular job after modeling.
Right. You're like, I make that, in a week or whatever it
I
is in
think
'77.
it would kill me when Spiegel would hire us and pay 2,500 for the day, but they wouldn't hire a makeup artist, and we had to do our own makeup. I could never figure that one out. And I was like, well, how
Right.
come I got to do my own makeup and they're paying me this much money? It's so funny.
Yeah. Oh my
But that
gosh.
was when Spiegel was around. And God knows what they get now. I don't know. Maybe
Mm,
5,000 now, 6,000. I don't know. I don't know the
incredible.
rates anymore. I don't,
Right. You're not in that
No, I'm
scene
not in that.
anymore.
No, not in the scene. Don't want to be. Did that, been there.
Did that. Now you're on a competing. Now, do you
Yeah,
do
I'm
any like,
retired, really.
yeah. And do you do anything like a routine beforehand prepare? Like, is there a certain song that you have to get in the right
Yeah,
headspace? Or okay, so
yes,
talk about
I
that.
did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was on to that new Elton John remix.
Okay, which one is this?
Uh, Cold, Cold Heart.
Okay. I
Oh, I
have
was playing that over and over and over this weekend. Yeah, over and over. I don't know why. I guess because I liked it when I was younger. Because,
okay.
Elton John.
Yeah.
And then he did that remix. I don't know. Did you hear it?
I have not heard this. I just wrote it
Yeah.
down because I teach spin and I'm always like, I need
Yeah, they
to.
remixed it. They remixed
Okay.
it and they did it. He did it with some other, I forget who it is, but it's pretty good.
Is
It's,
it?
I don't know why, because I think Elton John back in the early 80s, I was rolling and modeling and he had so many hits and
Yeah.
uh,
Like
I don't know.
nostalgia.
That was the song.
Okay. Cold,
It
cold
wasn't
heart.
Megan. It wasn't Megan from, the bitch, that Megan,
Megan
whatever.
Stallion.
Yeah, I was on her once, but I kind of go back to my old people.
Yeah. So you put
But
this
yeah, that was
music
the song.
on and
So
what
I
do you
put the
do?
iPod, I put them on, and I just like think I get into it and
Yeah.
and to psych myself up, to get my confidence level up,
Yeah.
and I work my psych.
Hmm.
I'm this bad person.
Yeah.
Now the bad bitch comes out.
The bad bitch, like F
I
with
gotta bring her
me.
out. You gotta bring her
Yeah.
out. Yeah, it can't be the scared bitch. It'll be the
Yeah.
bad one.
Because you got a better work, bitch.
Yeah, oh, you gotta work it, bitch. That's right.
Yes.
Show them what it's about. That's my
Yes.
attitude.
Yeah.
But I always compete with myself. I don't compete against anybody else.
Yeah.
No,
That's,
never. Never.
you
I mean, on stage, if something's wrong, I'll get off and tell the girls, watch this and watch that, and
really. Yeah.
yeah, I would never. Always, like I said, I like to be like team player with
Right.
everybody.
Yeah. Because it's a sport.
Because
I mean,
I
a lot
want
of
someone
people.
to tell me, if
Right.
something is wrong. Don't step over there, Laurie, because you'll fall.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's not
No,
good.
no, no.
I talk a lot with my coaching clients about self esteem and confidence. And I've realized that a lot of the things that are occurring in their life, the reasons why they aren't able to meet their goals, is because self esteem wasn't. Ingrained into them when they were younger. It wasn't properly modeled. You are very, very confident. You believe in yourself. You don't see these women as competition.
Mm-mm.
What was there something in your childhood where your parents like instilled this into you or modeled it for you? Why do you feel like you have so much self-esteem, such a high self-esteem and confidence?
I think it comes with age
Okay.
and
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, if a guy took me home to his mom, or like introduced me to his family, I'd be like dying. Now
Really?
I'm like, I could talk away. But I was very, very shy in my
Mm,
early 20s.
mm,
And I think it's just as you get older,
mhm.
you know, you you get uh, just more confidence because you have so much more experience. You're not scared of what people say or think about you.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care what someone says about what I said on the iPod, on this cast
The
or anything.
podcast.
On the I had to say I keep saying iPod on the podcast.
Yes, on the
Yeah,
iPod, on the
that's
Walkman.
what I kept saying. I said to my friend today, she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "No." I said, "Oh no, it's a podcast." I said, "I keep saying I."
Oh,
That's
that's
how that's so funny. That's what happens when you get older. You make fun of yourself.
I
But no,
love it.
it's age. It's age. By the time
Right.
you're 40, you're going to be more confident than you are now.
But
I
you'd be
think 45 is the
surprised.
best number. It's the best
45.
number. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's before you go downhill. You have a little bit of wrinkles.
Oh my
You don't
gosh.
really need a facelift yet. And you're just full of confidence and you don't really want too much. And you're very
Mm,
well aware of your health and
mm,
how important that is.
right.
So I think it's that. I think your 40s is like the best.
Interesting. So I have a
Yeah.
lot to look forward to.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I don't like the thought in 20s and 30s. No, 40s. If somebody said, what age, Laurie? 50. I just want to be right there. Just
Really?
keep me at 50. Yeah, I don't want 30. No. I
Yeah.
wanted too much. I wanted
Okay.
too much.
Yeah.
I wanted everything.
Mhm.
But that was me. I wanted everything. I wanted it. Yeah. I just, no, it's just, I'm telling you, watch. You'll say, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that lady interviewed that old.
No, I totally
Yeah.
believe you. I do.
You'll feel so much better at 45. The kids are older. They're gone almost. Okay. And you're getting your life back. You're
Yeah.
getting your life back. My son was
Right.
in college and you're getting your life back.
Yeah.
You'll feel so much better.
It's so
Trust
funny.
me.
You're not the first person to say that. And at
You're
32,
free.
I feel better than I did at 21. I feel better than I did at 16. It's funny, before you cross each of these paths, like, or these milestones, you have this thought in your head, like, oh my gosh, that's so old, or I should be here, or blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, well, once I'm done having kids, what do I look forward to? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much to look forward to. Like, it's like before the milestone, you have all these stories that you tell yourself in the head, and then you get there and you're like, boy, was I wrong, like it's just
I
so much
know.
better, I feel like.
No, you guys will have it, you'll feel so much better in your 40s.
Yeah.
As long as you keep in the gym and you eat right and, stay on top of yourself mentally, that's the
Mm-hmm.
place to be, 45.
Mm.
Like, so if someone just said really quickly, what age? I still like 50. I don't know, because I calmed down at 50. I
Okay.
wasn't just
Mellowed
so
out.
hyped out and more mellowed out. I thought, I would think a little bit more instead of like just speaking. I thought
Okay.
about, what I should say if we just, instead of saying it, because when you're younger, you get mad so easily.
Mm-hmm.
When you're older, it's just like, okay, this guy's a jerk. Okay, move on.
Right.
You
Yeah.
don't care. And you watch it. You just know a lot more. It's just, I can't explain it. You'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe
You'll
that.
see.
Do you have a hard time relating to women your age, like the average 61-year-old that is not in the competitive world? Is it hard because you're so ambitious? You have, health is at the forefront. You're a go-getter. Do you have a hard time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what do your
Yeah.
friendships look
But
like?
I'm lucky because a lot of my friends are very into the arts and were with me in modeling,
Okay.
those people. But normal people that I like meet on a regular basis, no, I don't have anything in common with them, no. And I'm
Yeah.
used to being around a younger generation, and I get along well with younger people than I do my age group,
Yeah.
because it's just too old for me mentally.
Mentally, they're old. Yeah.
They're too old for me. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, I
You're young
stopped.
spirited.
I
Yeah.
got this. I'm young spirited. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way. I can't. It's very difficult for me, like, to go out with people and have, with my husband and his friends. Sometimes, from the golf course, I'll go and I'll be sitting there, and then they start with, what do you eat? What do you do? And I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Right.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
You
You're like, I want to be
know.
moving, doing, like,
Yeah, I'd rather
yeah.
talk to you.
I love that.
No, no, I don't like, my age group. No, they're too complaining. They're complaining about the health. They're just big complaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, a lot of them are.
I would imagine that. It was funny. Shout out to Frida. I don't know Frida's age, but she mentioned she just went on a trip, a vacation. She's probably around your age. And she mentioned too, she was like, everybody was like complaining about, like, this hurts and that hurts. And she always comes to my
Yeah.
workout classes and she was like, well, I feel great. It must be the gym. And I'm like, yes, because you're constantly moving. And she is young at heart. And she's not like, oh my gosh, I'm so old, I'm just going to sit at home and knit or whatever, but that's
Yeah,
just
I don't
cool.
know. I can never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met this woman, Iris. You should look her up. I forget her name. I'll get her name. I met her at a show. She's 77.
Wow.
And she is, you have to look her up. She's
Yeah.
fantastic. Iris, hold on. Iris Davis. You think I would know. And look her up. She's Iris Davis. And
Okay.
she is the most interesting lady. she pulled up her stomach, right? She pulled up her shirt. She said, look at this. And I said, oh my God, it looks better than mine.
Oh
and
my
she's
gosh.
77 and I'm in
Yeah.
shape.
Oh my
She didn't have any
gosh.
wrinkly skin or anything. And she is just a
Okay.
beautiful person. She was just, here she is here.
Oh, I
Can you
can't
see it?
see. No.
No.
Over here. Oh
Oh,
my
there.
gosh. All right. Iris Davis official.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She's
I
incredible.
love her. She's the sweetest woman.
And
Sweet.
77.
77.
Oh my gosh. So
77.
she's just
And
rocking that stage.
she has the world record holder.
No way.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart. Big
so
athlete. Comes to a lot of shows.
Wow. I'm just following her now. Yep. She has.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be an Iris Davis, but
hey,
she's
why not?
No, I don't know. Let's not press it.
You're going to be a Laurie
There's
Dratch.
only one Iris Davis.
You're going to be a Laurie Dratch. Yes. And I know you're inspiring so many people. Your husband, is he as crazy about working out and health as you are?
No, he's different. He's golf and running.
Okay.
He's opposite, drinks soda.
So opposites attract, obviously?
Yeah, I'm not gonna, you can't bring a horse to water. You can't make him drink it, can you?
Yeah. Do you care that he does that? Like, do you get on him? Are you like,
nah, I gave up nagging.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
And how long have you guys been together?
He knows better. 36 years.
36 years. Congratulations. That's amazing. She's giving me the face. I love it. You can only see. Oh my gosh.
And that's it.
Who inspires you?
I think my health inspires me to do what I have to do.
Mm.
Nobody really inspires me.
You're your inspiration.
I have so many friends that inspire me, like I was telling you about, like Janet. I was with Helen. She's 64. She's still doing what I do. So many people around me that inspire me, even that are younger than me. Yeah. That I feed off their energy and they get me going. Right. I run into girls in their 50s and I just meet them and they're, competing, and I'm inspired by them, because it's so good to feel that there's other people like yourself, Yeah.
You're not some,
so they all inspire. Yeah, I'm not some weirdo. That's right. Because family members really kind of look at you like you're crazy. So, and we all say that. Yeah. And it's great because we all share the same thing and we go out and we don't talk about any of it.
Yeah. You have like your eye on the prize and it's like forward instead of like in the negative and what everybody else is doing. Right. And everybody's happy. I mean, there's some people that get jealous and this and that, but I don't know. That's their problem. Yeah. I just stay on my own path, Yeah. Well, I have one more question before we leave, and that is before I go to sleep. What time do you go to bed? When I'm training. Yeah. 9. Well, I get in bed at 9 and I play with my phone until 10 because we all talk on there. Okay. We're all chit chatting, us girls. All girls DMing one another. This one said this, what happened here, what happened there. And it's fun, Yeah. Because we're all tired. Right. Like go to bed. We can't eat. Okay. So let's face it, you got to go to bed. Right. That's true. Yeah. Like you have an early bedtime, so you're not wanting to snap. All right. So shoot with the last question. Go ahead. Yeah. So, okay. So there are so many women that are intimidated by the gym, or they're too old to try something. What advice do you have for them? They don't want to go to the gym. There's things that they can get home and they can watch on YouTube. Every morning. They could train home. If they have children, they could put the kid down and they could sleep, and they can put on a tape and they can work out with weights home. It's very easy. Get one of those bowls and get some free weights. And there's so much available today than it was when my age. I had to have a VCR and Jane Fonda jumping, I mean, come on. So now you're open to so many things that you get. If they're nervous about guys and being at a gym, a lot of people don't like it. I would set up a little area
for themselves to work out in the house, because you don't really need that much. You just need that medicine, that bowl that you blow up, and some free weights. And you can do chest presses on that. You can do so many things on it. And plus you can take a yoga class online. There's so many things that you can hook up online.
Yeah.
And you could go to the classes. But I advise people, other women, to go into a class with women. Like you teach classes, and this way they feel more secure. There's other women around them. They're not just in the gym, not knowing what to do.
Right.
And
totally.
guys looking at them. When I was younger, I didn't like the gym because the guys would stare at you. And that bothered me in my 20s and 30s. Now I can count, like, oh, he's looking at me. Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm something to look at.
Yeah, I'm still something to look at. Exactly.
Yeah.
Before it was like, what's his problem? Now now I don't even know who's looking at me. I don't really care.
You're like, I still got it.
I still got it, babe.
And you're
it's like walking across in Manhattan at the, when all the guys are having lunch and nobody whistles at you anymore.
Oh yeah. You're like, I want to whistle.
I'm going to say, I want to walk past them. I'll see if they say something. Because they used to say something,
Yeah. I want to turn heads. Yes.
Yeah, but no, they can.
Head turner.
Exactly. But they could definitely work out home. There's so many things available. Or go to take a class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there if you're in the Charleston area. Here to help you.
Well, I'll look you up if I'm in the Charleston area.
I would
like
love that.
one. What's that famous restaurant there that has the good shrimp and I know there's another one.
The Hall's Chop House. I'm not a shrimp person, so
and it started at A. I forgot it.
Not
there after I won.
Ackman. It's not super expensive.
There's some good ones though in Charleston. There's good food in Charleston.
Oh my gosh, Charleston has when we were coming to move here, everybody was like, Charleston has the best food. They really have the best food.
Really good fish.
Yeah.
And grits. Oh, love grits.
I love grits. Yeah, big grit. Yes.
Grits don't like me though. That goes right to my thigh.
Hey, that's off season. Yeah.
But I'll come and I'll be looking you up. But you have my number. Sure. Let me know what you do.
Yes. Here. Where can people find you? Just for listeners, if they're intrigued by the interview, where can they find you?
On Instagram.
Yep.
Just my full name, Laurie Dratch.
And I will put that in the show notes too. So all you have to do is
IFBB Pro, or you can look me up on Facebook too. I'm on Facebook.
You're on Facebook too.
I'm not on TikTok yet. I just can't seem to want to do TikTok.
I know I'm drawn.
I don't know. I don't want to dance. I don't want to dance.
Why? You can dance in your bikini. I bet you would be.
Oh my God.
You would be TikTok famous at 61 too. Like nobody's doing what you're doing.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son will kill me. Okay.
He doesn't have to know. You can be under.
No.
Because he's on TikTok.
That's funny. You're
There's
funny.
my mom. Well, thank you so much for being here. You're amazing.
Talking to you.
You're so inspiring.
Thanks,
yes. You guys.
We were on a while. You better edit this.
No, I'm not editing it.
You better. It's long.
Oh, well, yeah.
But anyway, it's good talking to you.
Good talking to you as well.
Text me.
I will.
Keep in touch.
I will. Good luck with everything.
All right.
You
stay
guys
healthy.
I will, and you do the same.
I will.
Right. Remember, guys, you got this. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you love this episode, make sure you are subscribed so you know when more episodes come available. My goal is to inspire others to become their vision, and one way to get the word out is with reviews. I would really appreciate it if you left an honest review on iTunes, and it would mean so much to me. Thanks again, and remember to go after the life you want. Bye, guys.